games against New Zealand ahead of the World Cup?
Yeah, look, it's great sitting back just watching the boys play at their clubs at the moment, and you know, you see tonight some of the boys that are in contention for the World Cup. They're fit and they're starting to get in some type of physical shape. But you know, we've got these games coming up against New Zealand in September 22 up at Suncorp Stadium against New Zealand. It will be a great opportunity to celebrate the 100 years anniversary of the Socceroos, but also for the fans to say goodbye to the boys.
So if you're in Australia and you love your football, get those tickets and get along to Suncorp. It should be a terrific night to farewell the Socceroos. But let's get into the draw now, Arnie, because we've kept everyone up late enough tonight with all the penalty shootouts. So 8 teams remaining. We'll get you to draw out the first team for the draw of our quarterfinals.
I have to put these glasses on because I don't want to ruin this up. This is the first time I've done something like this.
There you go. There's a first time for everything. Tonight's teams through, remember, Oakley, Adelaide United, Brisbane Roar and Wellington. The first team drawn out, your former club, Arnie, Sydney FC. The first team in the quarter-final draw. Steve Corica's side advancing after a win against Bentley. A terrific night that was at Kingston Heath. They were pushed all the way. With Steve Corica's side drawn.
I think this will be one of my old sides as well. No.
Oakley Cannons. So Oakley through tonight. So Oakley will host that game at Jacquet Edwards Reserve, the venue of tonight's game. So a huge occasion for Oakley Cannons hosting Sydney FC. Steve Corica's men back to Melbourne for that one.
Happy with that one, Brosky?
The boys won't be having to travel again.
Our next quarter-final host will be Peninsula Power of Queensland. So Peninsula Power, obviously from the Brisbane Premier League. A terrific win for them to get through to this stage as well. Last weekend. Let's see who they'll face in the quarter-final. And it's Sydney United FC. So that's a terrific draw for both those clubs. I know they might want to play A-League opposition, but we are now guaranteed one team from the NPL through to the semi-final. In this open draw, that's a fantastic result. So Peninsula Power or Sydney United will make it through to the semi-final of the Australia Cup. Peninsula Power hosting that one. Our next team drawn is Adelaide United, through tonight, of course, against Adelaide City in that dramatic penalty shootout. Wellington Phoenix still in the draw, as are Brisbane Roar. So Carl Viet will be watching Arnie this one. And they have got Brisbane Roar. There you go. So that should be a terrific encounter. We've seen many over the years between Adelaide United and the Brisbane Roar. So that's our final quarter-final. And the 2 remaining teams, who hosts?
Really had trouble finding that one.
Who hosts the last quarter-final? It is Macarthur. So Dwight York's side drawn at home for this one. And we'll go through the motions here to reveal the final team. And it is the Wellington Phoenix. So Wellington will travel to Sydney. Ollie Sale gets his wish and he gets to play in Sydney against Macarthur. Thank you, Arnie, for coming in. We wish you all the best in your preparations, of course, for what's coming up for the Socceroos.
Thank you.
All right, Graham Arnold joining us there. Gents, what tickles your fancy there? Great to see 2 NPL teams drawn against each other.
Yeah, for me, I'm looking forward to that one. Obviously, seeing them get through to the semis. Hopefully, Sydney United, you know, they're flying the flag for the Sydney New South Wales NPL. And obviously, Adelaide United at home against Brisbane will be one that I'll be looking out for.
And we saw Bentley Greens against Sydney FC last round. It wasn't easy for Sydney FC, so it won't be a pushover against Oakley.
No, it definitely won't. And I think, again, the fact that they're playing away, Oakley, got the job done tonight in extra time and were pushed a little bit more than they would have wanted to. But these are the games that, the NPL clubs want to play, and they step up a lot more for the A-League teams. And, they'll be looking forward to having Sydney FC come to town.
All right, here's a recap of the draw for the quarter-final. Oakley Cannons through tonight in 5-3 in the end against Brisbane City, against Sydney FC. Peninsula Power, what a night that's going to be up there in Queensland against Sydney United, 58. Adelaide United will host Brisbane Roar. And Macarthur, Dwight York's first season has started really well against Wellington Phoenix. We've seen how difficult Wellington are to beat this year. So stay tuned over the next few days. Football Australia will announce the venues and times for those games, but those games will be played over the course of the next 10 days or so. But keep an eye out on Football Australia and Network 10 channels for more information. Gents, it's been a long one. Thanks so much for your time and company.
No worries, thank you.
It's been good fun. Thank you for tuning in once again to another dramatic night of football here on Network 10 and the Australia Cup. Tonight it was Adelaide United in the feature match, celebrating a hard-fought win against Adelaide City. Congratulations to all the teams through to the